Are you brave enough to be free? Are you brave enough to be free? Hey, it's Rosemary Nonny Night here, RNK for short. This is the Deliberate Life Stream. I'm just getting ready to go to my spin class this morning. I am the Prosperity Minister. I work with spirit-driven souls to enable them to get an additional 5,000 in their online businesses, as well as a prosperous in all areas kind of life, doing their true design kind of work, living to their true design in every area. And it takes boldness. It takes braveness. Is that even a word? It takes courage to live this life. I know what it's like to have, come from, you've overcome quite a lot. You've gone through stuff, overcome stuff, built what most would look at and think is an okay existence, and get there only to find out that actually there's more for you. You know that there's something else that you're supposed to be doing, that you've almost built your life on the wrong foundation, that maybe you built it according to everybody else's definition of success for you. For me, definitely, I don't blame my parents or anything like that, because, they did the best they knew how to do, and that is great. I do the best for my children the same as well. And in the end, they have to make their own choices the same as I did. But, I became a pharmacist because that was one of the few choices we were given in terms of growing up, and it was a good job. However, I remember actually graduating, doing my internship, getting all of that stuff done, sitting down in my flat at that time with my husband and thinking, is this it? Is this what I've worked my socks off? I have overcome all kinds of hardship to become this pharmacist, and now I feel as though it's wrong. But I didn't do anything about it for ages, because again, it takes braveness, bravity. It's not even a word. It takes courage to actually step off the well-trodden path and find your own path. It takes courage. And not everybody, everybody has the courage, is the truth of the matter. Everybody has it. Everybody can build that free, fulfilled, abundant, financially abundant life. But not everybody will. Will you? Because I see people, I see you. You've overcome a lot. You've built what seems to be a good life. You have responsibilities. I get it. Lots of people depend on you. And it feels scary, the idea of breaking free and doing something that you would like to do. You want the freedom life where you get to choose what you do, when you do it, with who you do it, all of that stuff. You want it, but it's scary. And I know it's scary. I know it is. For me, because I hit rock bottom. It was like, I'm at the bottom anyway. Although, I still looked successful, but I still had to then make the decision, okay, I'm going to start transitioning into something that I would rather do, because I've tried doing it the way they said would work, and it hasn't worked. I'm not happy. I have money-ish, but there's a limit to it, because somebody else is there telling me what I'm worth and when I'm worth it and all of this stuff, and I want to do my own thing. Do I have the courage finally to step up and do it? And the divine within you, the same as me, will not force you. You will have the vision, and that vision is your permission, because I was waiting for ages and ages, waiting for my pastor or my whoever to tell me that I could now do the things that I wanted to do. And the only way I'd seen because there were certain things I wanted to do, but the only way I'd seen it being done was in church. Hey, Shania, how are you doing? I'm glad you hear me, my love. The only way I'd seen it was done in church. So I thought I had to do it in church, and I had to do it as a free thing and, just help people on the side. But because I had to take care of my responsibilities and all of this stuff. So I had to make money. I had to do stuff I didn't want to do. But to be passionate, to live out my passion, I could only do it at church. But it's not true. The divine did not plant inside of you a vision that could only be used, one in church or one for free. you could literally choose, and I was saying this to somebody on the phone yesterday, that we spiritual people, sometimes we try and separate money from our purpose and from the work that we want to do. Whereas really we need to hold both in our hearts, because the truth of the matter is, if you're going to make the difference that you want to make on this planet, if you're going to live the free life that you want to live on this planet, you're going to have to figure out how to make money with it. Okay? And there is nothing wrong with that. But we've somehow been taught or shown, and I actually belonged to a church once upon a time, but they've even taken that back now. But I belonged to a church once upon a time that would say that you should never make money doing what you love. You should never use your giftings to make money. That you should use something you don't want to do to go and find a job with that, but then use your giftings for free stuff at church, volunteer it. And I almost bought into that nonsense for a while. Thankfully, even they've taken it back now, because they recognize that that's just unnecessarily controlling. But I had to finally come to myself, because the truth is, the divine was always saying to me, come on, you want to do this stuff, do it. Just start. Start. Because when you start, then the divine gets behind you. Because until you make the move, you have free will. So again, the question is, are you brave enough to start taking steps? Sometimes people think that they have to quit everything they're doing right now in order to shift. No, you don't. I didn't. Okay, I did an interview a few days ago where the one thing that I did quit everybody else's ideas when I was marrying my husband was because I heard the divine inside of me saying, leap, I will catch you. So then I quit everybody else's opinions about whether I should marry him or not marry him. And I married him. And here we are 18 and a half years later. But when it came to transitioning out of my pharmacist role, it was a transition. I didn't quit everything. And so some people sometimes think that they have to quit everything. The person that was interviewing me actually on Friday did quit everything and start his own business. Great. If that's what you're called to do, great. But not everybody's called to do exactly that. Sometimes, yes, you have to transition. You make the transition slowly, surely, from what you're doing right now into what you want to do. But unless you actually start doing something towards what you want to do, you'll never do it. And that's the thing. People are waiting for some kind of perfect time. There is no perfect time. The time is now. You start now to start making steps, taking steps little by little. You start building something different. Because people are waiting to feel confident. You don't feel confident at the beginning. Of course you don't. You just choose to look confident. You choose to look confident even if you don't feel confident. You choose that, you know what? This is the call of my life. I would not be given this vision if it wasn't mine to create. And so then you start. You start doing something. You don't have to know every single step from beginning to end. I get it. You have responsibilities. You have children. You have people looking up to you and you're scared. I get it. Everybody is at the beginning. Everybody's scared at the beginning. In fact, sometimes we're scared in the middle. And you still just take the next step. That's all. That's all. You take the next step. We are spirit-driven souls. We are faith walkers. We walk by faith. We don't need to know every single step of the way before we start. We start. For goodness sake, we start. And as we start, we're showing the universe, we're showing the divine, we're showing the angels that actually we're serious about making a change. We're serious about changing our life. We're serious about living free, fulfilled, financially abundant. We refuse to just settle for the definitions of success that other people defined for us. No, we find our path and we get on it. It's a narrow path. Not everybody dares to do this, but we dare. We are courageous enough to actually stand by what we say we believe. I see too many spiritual people claiming all kinds of, oh yes, I'm decreeing this and I'm believing this. But then you look at their life and they're not living it at all. They're staying comfortable. They're staying in their comfort zone and wondering why life doesn't feel the way they think it should. All those promises that you've been given are yours when you get on the narrow path. Not when you stay on the broad path that every single person is on. No. Because every single person is generally just running around like a hamster on a hamster wheel, not getting anywhere. Yes, we are serious. We are serious. We are the ones who step off the broad path. We get on the narrow path. I call it the deliberate life path. We get on the narrow path. It can sometimes feel a little bit challenging. But isn't your life already challenging? Some of you, man, you have overcome so much. You are more powerful than you realize. And yet when it comes to living out the vision in your heart, you shy away. You tell yourself you're not sure. Come on. You have overcome more than this. Everything you've been through has powered you up to do this work. There is no waste to anything that has happened to you. All of it can be used to build the free, fulfilled, financially abundant life that you desire, where you're making a difference in a bigger, bolder way, where you're changing lives and you're creating a heck of a lot of wealth for you, for your family, for the people that you want to support. Imagine being able to give to whatever charity is particularly on your heart. Imagine being able to show other people a different way. Some of you are the forerunners in your family. You're here to show them that we no longer have to keep living the same cycle over and over again. You need to have the courage to rise up. Nobody has done what you feel called to do in the way you feel called to do it. Nobody has. That is why it feels so strange and weird and out there. And yet the spirit within you is calling you out. The spirit within you is whispering to you, telling you, this is the work you're supposed to do. And I promise you this, if you will say yes to your true design, there is a way to monetize it. There is a way to monetize it. You just need to say freaking yes. So yes, the original question, are you brave enough to be free? I do make this invitation to you to come work with me. I made the transitioned out of being a pharmacist into more than replacing my income in my own business twice. And I continue to build on that. And I show other people exactly how to do that because that's the call on my heart. I was sitting with my journal and Papa this morning and I was like, tears almost coming to my eyes as I thought about this community of people that I am called to serve. My heart is with you. I want to work with you, to support you, to pull you forward. It is time. It is time for you to say yes to the desires in your heart. They are not there to taunt you, to make you feel like bad about them. No, they are there because they are yours to create. They are yours to deliberately design into your life if you will say yes. So come work with me in the opulence circle. Come work with me in the opulence circle. This is where I do life with people. There is no, there is no fast bullet something. Sometimes people are looking for some kind of easy button. There is no easy button. There is no spiritual magic button. There is none. There is none, okay? There is you making the decision every single day to show up for the life that you desire every single day. You're doing one little thing every day, immersing yourself in a different way of thinking and being and acting. And that is what the Opulence Circle will support you in doing. I am there every day supporting people. It's a brand new group. We're just getting started. You can be in here at the ground roots or the grassroots or whatever. It depends on when you're listening to this, of course. I've put in there 75 business growth programs, spiritual growth programs, personal growth programs that I've put there, 75 of them that will get you to your first 5K in your online business as fast as you are willing to do what it asks you to do. I am there every week supporting you, answering questions, bringing divine downloads into the group. You come in, you do your daily check-ins. I support you in figuring out what you need to do next, all of that stuff. So you're not alone in this. Being an entrepreneur can be a lonely journey if you choose to do it alone. It can be a hard journey where you feel like you're the only one that is going through the stuff that you're going through. It's never the truth, but if you choose to isolate yourself, you will feel that way, and a lot of people quit because of that. The Opulence Circle is a place for you to come and be part of something, to realize that you're not the only one that has crazy ideas of what you are called to do. Man, I know what it's like to feel like the only one in your family that thinks there must be a different way of doing life than this. And then you start talking about what you see and what you believe, and people think you're kind of crazy and think you're too much, and you need to calm down and just be happy with what. And so you start to feel as though there's something wrong with you, when actually, no, it's the rest of the world that is slightly crazy. When we are divine beings, why are we settling for nonsense? But you have bought into the stuff that says that you need to tame yourself I say untame yourself. Come into the opulent circle. Let's be untamed together. Let's go after the life that we are born to live. I truly believe we, the spirit driven, are here to impact the world in a bigger, bolder way than we are doing right now. The world needs to know that there is a different way to live. And we need to be the ones that show them that vision inside of you. Yes, first and foremost, it's for your fulfillment, but it's also to impact people on this planet. Will you be brave enough to rise up and be free? You are invited to the opulent circle. You already know whether working with me is the thing that you want to do. It would be great to have you in there. Whichever way, rise up, awaken. The vision is your permission, and you are freaking capable of the call on your life. So please, get on with it. Get on with it, for goodness sake. One step at a time. You will change your life. This is the time of this recording where we've entered the second month of this new year. Don't let this year go by again, where you're still wondering and waiting and begging and pleading. It's time. Come and join me if you feel it's right for you. Anyway, I know the people I'm called to. You will know immediately. It's rosemaryunite.com/opulence circle. Opulence circle. I love the name. Go and join in. It'd be such a pleasure to have you. Until the next time, my loves, share this with someone else. Let us, the spirit driven, rise up and stop making excuses. Stop. Let's be brave. Let's be free. Much amazing, amazing love. Share. Thank you for hanging out with me, Shania, and anybody else that was here. And thank you to anybody that listens to the recording. It's such a pleasure to share this stuff with you. My heart and yours are linked in some way, and it's time that we work together. Come on now. Much amazing love. Go forth and prosper. Have a great rest of your day.